Hi, everybody. You all ready for the quiz? Lockdown. Boom. So here we've got the squirrels here, the red and white quizzards are here, all 47 of them. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. 11 rounds if it goes well today. 62 points on offer. Cost some bonus questions. Another COVID cut. I think it's about time I got rid of it. And if anybody's watching, this is the back of my head. If anybody wonders what I'm doing, I'm just trying to see it back in my head because I did some damage when I shaved it today. Yeah, about me dashing into the living room to see how badly I'd shaved my head. Oh, got 18 people. Have the DFS guys here, the Butterworths here. The Taylors here. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Been joined by somebody new today. The Bramwells are watching. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? A lot of Sheffield United people playing. Seems to be very, very top heavy, red and white. Ba, ba, ba. Da, da, da. So Butterworths are here. Just waiting on Taylor to tell me they're here, and we can. Oh, DFS lot, where are you guys? Bit of luck, we're back at work on Wednesday after being off for 8 weeks, back in the building. A little bit nervous about it, but you know, it'll be what it'll be. Carl's confirmed it all here. Just wait for Taylor's to say they're here, but so, like I said earlier, 11 rounds. Oh, we're all blades, aren't we? No, we're not. But definitely about 90% of people watching are blades. Hey, Taylor's here. Hi, Lauren. Right, guys. Well, I hope you got your pens and paper ready and a drink to hand. We are going to start now. So, first question of the day. So, current affairs, the old favourite. So, which furniture giant announced plans to reopen 19 of its stores from the 1st of June, but only allowing one adult and child in per household? So which furniture giant announced plans to reopen 19 of its stores from the 1st of June, but they're only going to allow one adult and a child in per household? Now, the next question is multiple choice. So, some nations allowed football to resume, albeit with empty stadiums to avoid the spread of the coronavirus. But why did FC Seoul's decision to replace its usual fan base with dummies cause anger? So, some nations have obviously started football up again, albeit with empty stadiums. But why did FC Seoul in Korea, their decision to replace its usual fan base with dummies cause anger? Was it because A, they were dressed in face masks, B, they were supplied in the wrong team's shirt, or C, they were purchased from an adult toy manufacturer? So FC Seoul replaced their fan base with dummies this week, and it caused anger. Was it because A, they'd dressed them in masks, B, they'd put them in the wrong shirts, or C, they were purchased from an adult toy manufacturer? Question 3. Joe Rogan signed a deal this week for $100 million, but for 2 points, 1 point each. For what and with who? So Joe Rogan signed a deal this week for $100 million, but for what and with who? 2 point question, point each. So what did he sign a deal for and who was it with? Question 4. A family in Oregon was surprised to find one of their newborn kittens had 2 what? So a family in Oregon this week was surprised to find one of their newborn kittens had 2 of these. The final question on current affairs. For all you new people watching, there's usually 10 or 11 rounds, takes about an hour, 5 questions per round. 5th question on current affairs. Put these, it's a 1 point or a 3 point or 0 point question. Put these 3 people in order of wealth as according to this week's Sunday Times Rich List. So it's 3 people and you need to put them in order of wealth. So the 3 people are Rihanna, the Queen, and Salma Hayek. So Rihanna, the Queen, and Salma Hayek. So it's either going to be 0, 1, or 3, because obviously you can't get 2. I hope Ian Skirrell's got me down for some kind of sales commission on that Francis Bishop deal if he gets it. Not like a bit of famous people ordering your lines. Right, so are we ready for the answers? So, question number 1. Which furniture giant announced plans to reopen 19 of its stores from the 1st of June, but only allowing 1 adult and 1 child in per household? Oh, hold on a minute. I think someone wants a question repeating. Does anybody want a question repeating?
Leave last question out.
Read it out. Yeah. Right, question number 5. Put these 3 people in order of wealth as according to this week's Sunday Times Rich List. So, in order of wealth, who's got the most money down to who's got the least money? Rihanna, the Queen, and Salma Hayek. So Rihanna, the Queen, and Salma Hayek, put them in order of wealth as according to this week's Sunday Times Rich List. Wow, like a fun. Right, so answers are Which furniture giant announced plans to reopen 19 of its stores from 1st of June, but only allowing one adult and one child in per household? It's IKEA, or IKEA. IKEA's opening back up. I mean, that was madness before shutdown, lockdown, so it's going to be mental now. We'll be queuing all the way up to Sheffield Arena. So that were IKEA. Question number 2. Some nations started football again, but why did FC Seoul upset their fans by the dummies they used? It was because they purchased them from an adult toy manufacturer. Question number 3. Joe Rogan signed a deal this week for $100 million, but for what and with who? So for your first point, it was for his podcast show. And the second point, it was with Spotify. Yeah, for $100 million, Spotify have got all the rights to show his podcast shows. And they'll be disappearing from all other platforms. Don't even know who he is. I thought he used to manage Liverpool in 1980s, but that was somebody else. Question number 4. A family in Oregon was surprised to find one of their newborn kittens had 2 what? And it's faces. It's got 2 faces. And it can eat from both. It can eat both mouths. It's bizarre. I'll Google it later. Question number 5. Put these 3 people in order of wealth as according to this week's Sunday Times Rich List. So a point for each one you get in the correct position. So, in 3rd place, with the lowest amount of money amongst those 3, is the Queen, with 350 million. In 2nd place is Rihanna, with 468 million. And in 1st place is Salma Hayek with 6.59 billion. Like I said, straight from Sunday Times Forbes Rich List, that one. The Fernska Ellis is here. SIF? What does SIF mean? SIF? Right, so that's current affairs. Let's change that colour to red. And let's go to the TV round. TV round. Question number 1. Who played Timothy Lumsden in the BBC comedy Sorry? So who played Timothy Lumsden in the BBC comedy Sorry? Second question. In which children's TV series would you find Gordon, Percy, and Nia? So which children's TV series would you find? Question 1. I'll repeat question 1 in a minute, mate. 1 second. Question 2. Which children's TV series are Gordon, Percy, and Nia? Syphilis. Question number 1 again, just a quick repeat of question 1. Who played Timothy Lumsden in the BBC comedy Sorry? So question 1 repeated there. Question 2 was children's TV series with Gordon, Percy, and Nia. Question 3. What is the name of the chief instructor on SAS Who Dares Wins? So what is the name of the chief instructor on SAS Who Dares Wins? Question number 4. Who has appeared in Dictionary Corner on the Channel 4 game show Countdown every year since 1992? So who has appeared in Dictionary Corner on the Channel 4 game show Countdown every year since 1992? Question number 5. In what year did Channel 5 start broadcasting? In what year did Channel 5 start broadcasting? Now we've got a new round this week. So that's your first 2 rounds done. We'll have one more round and then we'll break for a toilet and a drink and then we'll crack back on again with you. Right, so this round is name the board game. I'm going to show you a picture on my phone, hopefully, and you can tell me what board game it is. So, question number 1. Name. Oh, good question. Yes, sorry everybody. I got excited about my new round. I was getting quite giddy about it. Sorry. I'm looking forward to it. I've spent it all day screenshotting that. Right, question number 1. Who played Timothy Lumsden in the BBC comedy Sorry? It was Ronnie Corbett. Ronnie Corbett. Question number 2. In which TV's children's series are Gordon, Percy and Nia, Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas and Friends? Question number 3. What is the name of the chief instructor on SAS Who Dares Wins? I'm surprised he normally does it with his mate Deck, but it was Ant Middleton. Ant Middleton. Question 4. Who's appeared in Dictionary Corner on the Channel 4 game show every year since 1992? Susie Dent. That one's for you, Nana Butterworth. That's me making assumptions. And in what year did Channel 5 start broadcasting? 1997. 1997, Channel 5. Right, so the board game round. Name the board game. Hold on, you're doing a shout out? Oh, you're just walking past, doing TikTok, probably. So, name this board game, and let me know if you can't see it, because I did play with it earlier, and it seemed to work. Name that board game. Question number 2. Name the board game. Did you see reflection at questions here? Oh, there were questions from last round, it's fine. Question number 3. Name the board game. Question number 4. And question number 5. And these are all games I've played. Question number 5. And on that one, for a bonus 5 points, what celebrity endorsed it? What celebrity endorsed it? So that's the bonus 5 points on that one. Who endorsed that board game? I'll give one more. Does anybody want any more showing again? What celebrity endorsed that game? Right, so no one's asking for any more, so let's get the answers. So obviously, that one is Monopoly. So that's Monopoly. This one, Cluedo. Unless you're in America, then you can call it Clue. But yeah, Cluedo. This one, Game of Life. Gotta be a winner at the game of life. Now this one, a brilliant game from the 80s. Ghost Castle. Ghost Castle, we had that. I had that. So for your first point, I spent many a time playing this one as a teenager. Team Tactics. We're called Team Tactics. And for your bonus, huge bonus, 5 points, who endorsed it? Emlyn Hughes. Emlyn Hughes' Team Tactics. So if anybody got that, well done. Good knowledge. Yeah, we did, Mark, we did. Franz Carr, worth 750,000, fastest player on game, his card. Clive Allen, worth 2 million. This one before millionaire transfers. Clive Allen, 2 million. Because he scored 40 odd goals season before for Spurs. Maybe guys, so quick break. That's your first 3 rounds over. Get yourself a drink, and I'll see you back at 2. And my second can tonight is this one. We didn't used to play it when we were a teenager, man. We used to play it when at my nan's kitchen table with our Leslie, so that was before we were living. There's a shout out coming out. Just message me if you want any shout outs doing, guys.
The first shout out is for Lynch's nephew, Max, and 40 today.
40?
4!
Oh.
Today.
4.
Happy birthday!
Right, guys, so let's crack on. I hope you're all back, you're all refreshed and ready to go. Try and do the next two quite quickly. Question number 1, geography. What country has the longest coastline in the world? What country has the longest coastline in the world? Question number 2. What is the capital of Chile? It's like Paul Bramall's struggling. Should be some easy ones here. I suppose if we were all football ones, it'd be winning away. Question number 3. Which is the only vowel not used as the first letter in a US state? So what is the only vowel not used as the first letter in a US state? Question number 4. Oh, question number 1, Ian. Ian wants question number 1 repeating. What country has the longest coastline in the world? So what country has the longest coastline in the world? That's question 1, being repeated. So question 2, capital of Chile. Question 3, only vowel not used as the first letter of a US state. Question number 4. Which Central American country has a name which translates to English as the Savior? So which Central American country has a name which translates to English as the Savior? And question number 5, to complete the geography round. The southern tip of South America has what name? The southern tip of South America has what name? Now, are you getting them answers down? Grace has got a question, shout out again.
Shout out to Lauren!
Hi, Lauren! Yeah, back to work on back in the building on Wednesday. So we've got us. Question 5. What do you call the southern tip of South America? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying we don't spend as money when we can, but yeah, we're back at DFS. We're back working in the factories for Wednesday. There's a temperature check as you walk in the building, but we didn't want to pay for the head ones, so we got a good deal on the rectal ones. So that'll be a pain in my bum. So, answers on a postcard. Answers. Geography. What country has the longest coastline in the world by quite a significant margin? Canada. It's Canada. 202,000 kilometers. Also, back to work. Back to work. Question number 2. What is the capital of Chile? Santiago. Which is the only vowel? Question number 3. What is the only vowel? Like a sequin, flashy dentist. I don't think I can wear a jacket when I'm doing rectal thermometer checks. What is the only vowel not used as the first letter in the US state? It's E. E for England. Question number 4. Which Central American country has a name which translates to English as the Savior? El Salvador. El Salvador. And the southern tip of South America has what name? Cape Horn. Cape Horn. So the next round is guess the year. So really quick one, really easy one, just basically guess the year. So question number 1 on guess the year. The first ever national lottery draw and the Channel Tunnel opened this year. The first ever national lottery draw and the Channel Tunnel opened in this year. Question number 2. The Great Fire of London and Newton discovered laws of gravity. So in this year, it was the Great Fire of London and Newton discovers law of gravitation. Question number 3. The Mary Rose was raised and the Falkland War began in this year. The Mary Rose was raised and the Falkland War began. Falklands War. Question number 4. The Tory party conference was bombed. Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated and the first Terminator film was shown. So the Tory party conference was bombed, Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated and the first Terminator film was shown. And question number 5. That's quite a somber round, this one. I didn't realise that literally, apart from question 1, they're all a little bit down. Question number 5. John McCarthy was taken hostage in Beirut. The space shuttle exploded, killing the crew of 7, and Halley's Comet returned, and the newspaper Today was launched. So John McCarthy was taken hostage in Beirut. The space shuttle exploded, killing the crew of 7. Halley's Comet returned, and Today newspaper was launched. So that's the guess the year round. Quick and easy, super duper. So, answers. Does anybody want any questions repeating first? Anyone want any questions? Anything repeating? No. So, question number 1. The first national lottery draw and the Channel Tunnel opened in 1994. 1994. The question number 2. The Great Fire of London and Newton discovered laws of gravitation. 1666. 1666. And next question. The Mary Rose was raised and the Falklands War began and the love of my life was born. 1982. The question number 4. The Tory Party conference was bombed. Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated and the first Terminator film was shown. 1984. And question number 5. To complete the guess for year round. John McCarthy was taken hostage in Beirut. The space shuttle exploded, killing a crew of 7. Haley's Comet returned and the Today newspaper was launched. 1986. Right, guys. So, on to the alphabet round. And it's the 4th week of doing the alphabet round. So, we are on letter D. D for donkey. D for debut. And D for don't go outside. So, quick and easy. Everyone should get these. Question number 1. A deer, a female deer. Question number 2. The Hogwarts headmaster when Harry started attending. The Hogwarts headmaster when Harry Potter started attending. Surname, obviously, because it begins with D. So, remember, alphabet round, all answers begin with D. What US city is known as the Motor City? Question number 4. The river that runs through Budapest. The river that runs through Budapest. And question number 5 on the alphabet round. The Hindu Festival of Lights. What's the name for the Hindu Festival of Lights? I'm sure you'll be pleased to know there's a couple of rounds coming up where I've done the artwork. Question number 3 to be repeated. Which US city is known as the Motor City? Which US city is known as the Motor City? The Motor City. Right, guys, so should have been an easy one for you guys. Question number 1, doe, a deer, a female deer. It's doe. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Question number 2. Hogwarts headmaster when Harry Potter started attending? Dumbledore. Dumbledore. Question number 3. The US city known as the Motor City is Detroit. Detroit. And question number 4. The river that runs through Budapest is the Danube. The Danube. And the Hindu festival of lights is Diwali. So that's Diwali. Right, so we're going to have one more round and then we'll break, because the last question on this is a 3-point question, so you might want a little time to think about it. So I'll leave a couple of minutes after reading the questions out, and then I'll leave a minute or 2 after we do the answers for you to get drinks and toilet, blah, 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 etc., etc. So, question round, musicals, yeah, jazz hands. Yeah, so it's a musicals round. This was requested by a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember by who, because everybody requested 1,000,001 things, but musicals round. So, question number 1 on musicals. Which sequel to a classic musical film featured the song The Place Where Lost Things Go? So, which sequel to a classical musical film featured the song The Place Where Lost Things Go? The Place Where Lost Things Go. Question number 2. The Time Warp and Sweet Transvestite are songs from which cult musical? The Time Warp and Sweet Transvestite are songs from which cult musical? Question number 3. The 80s chart topper, I Know Him So Well, was taken from which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical? The 80s chart topper, I Know Him So Well, was taken from which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical? Boom, 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 boom. Question number 4. Which musical features a song which begins with the line 525,600 minutes? So which musical features a song which begins with the line 525,600 minutes? So which musical features a song? Some of these are quite hard actually. I want to go these if I'd not Googled it. 525,600 minutes. And final question, it's a 3-point question. So I'll let you take a little bit of time on it. In Mamma Mia, how many dads does the lead character Sophie have? And can you name them? And I've kind of given away how many dads there is, because I've told you it's a 3-point question. And I'm about to say there's a point for each name. So a point for each first name of the dads in Mamma Mia. I didn't think that one through when I wrote it out, did I? I thought, oh, I met that a 3-point question. But then it's, yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I did my own COVID cut today. I think I'm going to be Alan Shearer-ish. Right, my guys, it is time for the answers. And then we'll take a little break and we'll kick on with the last 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds left to go. Crikey. A bit long today. Yeah, I forgot I'd done the board game round. Oh, shout outs.
The next shout outs are for Bethany and Daisy. Hi! I'm still messaging them right now.
Just had Paul Bamwell's messaged me saying that he's doing that well on this, that he's going to call his team Barnsley because he's at the bottom of the table. You never know. Season might end and we might just leave it as it is. I doubt it. Right. Answers. Which sequel to a classic musical film featured the song "The Place Where Lost Things Go"? It was Mary Poppins Returns. Question number 2. Time Warp and Sweet Transvestite are songs from which cult musical? The Rocky Horror Picture Show. The Rocky Horror Show. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's just a jump to the left. And a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. 80s chart topper, I Know Him So Well, was taken from which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical? Chess. Not chest, chess, as in the game. Paul doing well till musicals came back in. Which musical features a song which begins with the line 525,600 minutes? Rent. Rent. And question number 3, 3-point question. Can you name all the dads that Sophie has, the lead character in Mamma Mia? It's Sam, Bill, and Harry. So Sam, Bill, and Harry. Right, guys, so we've got a couple of fun rounds coming up, and actually they're all a bit quirky last 4 rounds. So get a drink, have a wee, and we'll resume. I did, unfortunately, Amber, I didn't ask the question, do you know the surnames? But I mean, you should always get extra points for Carl being sad, to be fair. Although you'd probably win every week if that were the case. So yeah, go get yourselves a drink. I'm going to talk a bit of nonsense for next things. So DFS will open up again. We're going to get some of the stores have actually opened up. Obviously, social distancing checks and things going in place. CDCs are all open, starting deliveries again, albeit on a very reduced scale. Obviously, social distancing got to be at the front of everybody's mind. Customers got to be content and happy and safe, and obviously the guys who are doing the deliveries need to be safe and happy and content with what they're doing. And a joke. Well, I mean, Dominic Cummings is a bit of a joke, but that's a bit of satire there. So, did you know in in the 80s, the top selling VHS film was Jane Fonda Workout. So Jane Fonda's Workout. Well,
I have a shout out to hashtag Ealing Barnsley.
Hashtag Ealing Barnsley, yeah.
Because look. There.
What's it saying?
There.
Oh, yeah. Jane Fonda was sold the most VHS cassettes in the entire VHS lifestyle, right? Yeah, so lifetime of VHS set. Jane Fonda's Workout. But apparently she launched it in Barnsley. Yeah, she launched it in Barnsley. She went to Civic Hall and she stood there in front of all women. All women came down and sat there. And they said, right, ladies, because that's how Jane Fonda talks. Right, ladies, put your hand on your thighs. And we all went. Hopefully we will be doing guaranteed Christmas deliveries, but wait and see. But yeah, the plan is to be able to do that. Yeah, we've got plans afoot. Difficult time of year for everybody, but yeah, we really are taking the safety of the customers and safety of the staff really seriously, as you've got to. Literally, is what you've got to do. But yeah, so the next round is the anagram round. So, anagram round. The first 4 questions will give you 10 letters. Yeah, so you get 10 letters from the first 4 questions. And the 5th question is, what topical word do them letters form? Yeah, so you get, the answers will be 10 letters. There'll be 10 letters in total from these 4 questions. And the answer is a topical word. Topical 10-letter word. So, question number 1. The initials, first and last name, the first and last name initials of former DJ and Telly Addicts presenter. So it's the initials of former DJ and Telly Addicts presenter. So his initials. Question number 2. Question number 2. What is the chemical symbol for radon? So what is the chemical symbol for radon? Now, you might not get all the questions, but you might be able to get enough to get the word. Question number 3. Stephen King book and film featuring a clown called Pennywise. So Stephen King book and film featuring a clown called Pennywise. And question number 4. The band, so it's the band name, who sang Turn Back Time and Dr. Jones. So the initials, the chemical symbol for radon, the Stephen King book, and the band's name who sang Turn Back Time and Dr. Jones give you 10 letters. Those 10 letters form a topical word. I'll go get Donna a drink while you're thinking about. Yeah, so question number 4, the band who sang Turn Back Time, it's not their initial, it's the full name of the band. They're the letters that you need. Turn Back Time and Dr. Jones. Right, answers for the anagram round. Question number 1. The initials of the former DJ and teleaddict presenter. Does anybody want any repeating or you're happy? No, I'm sure you'd have asked by now. Initials of former DJ and teleaddict presenter Noel Edmonds. So the letters you need there are N for November and E for Edmonds. N-E. Chemical symbol for radon, RN. So Romeo November, RN. Stephen King book and film featuring a clown called Pennywise. It. So that's IT. It. And the band who sang Turn Back Time and Dr. Jones, Aqua. So that should be your 10 letters. N-E-R-N-I-T-A-Q-U-A. And the topical word is quarantine. Quarantine. Right, guys, so I have got some props on this one. I said props, it's questions. Right, guys, so I'm about to show you some numbers and initials, and they form a common known thing. For example, if I showed you the number 3, the letter W and the letter M, it'd be 3 wise men. Yeah? And if I showed you 101D, that'd be 101 Dalmatians. Yeah? So question number 1. That's question number 1. Question number 2.
That's what I do.
Question number 3. Question number 4. Now, if you want me to not answer these yet and do another round, so you can all carry on thinking with amongst yourselves, I can do that if you want. I'll look connections round, and we'll come back and do answers to this one if you want. Give a bit of thinking time, or anybody. And question 5. Right, so yeah, so I'm going to let you, if you made a note of them, does everyone want any repeating? You can keep a note of them, and then we'll do connections round, and after connections round, we'll go back and do answers to that one, and we'll do answers to connection round, and you have a bit of time to think about the letters round, and a bit of time to think about connections round. So, connections round. So yeah, I'm going to do the answers to the letter round after this round. So, the connection round. 5 questions, and then a 2-point question at the end. What connects all the answers? So, something connects all the answers. Question number 1. Which former BBC and ITV Formula One commentator announced his retirement from commentary several times, only to resurrect his commentary in 2008 with BBC Radio 5 Live? So, former BBC and ITV Formula One commentator announced his retirement from commentary several times, only to resurrect it in June 2008 with BBC Radio 5 Live. Right, question 2. What type of weapon was the Zulu Assaji? Assegai. What type of weapon was the Zulu Assaji? Assegai. I apologize for pronouncing that wrong to any Zulus who might be watching. What type of weapon was the Zulu Assaji? Question number 3. Who play their home games at Goodison Park? Who play their home games at Goodison Park? Question number 4. What do Americans call our game of noughts and crosses? What do Americans call our games of noughts and crosses? And question number 8. That's what? Question number 5. Question number 5. Which animal is sometimes given the name renard? Which animal is sometimes given the name renard? Now, I'm going to go back to letters round. And while we're going to letters round, you guys can think of a connection for bonus 2 points. What connects those 5 answers? And if anybody wants any repeating, just comment on the page. So, question number 1 on the letters round. 11 players in a football team. That's 11 players in a football team. Answer to this one.
Repeat which one was called renard.
I haven't answered it yet. I haven't give answer after that yet. We've moved on to answers for the letters round. 18 holes in a golf course. I didn't do the answers for the letters round to give some thinking time to do the letters round while I did the connection round, and I'll give you some thinking time to find out we're missing the word for the connection round while I do the answer for the letters round. Seven colours in the rainbow. 7 colours in the rainbow. 32 pieces in a chess set. And 88 keys on a piano. So I just realised we've been going for over an hour, and I didn't realise. Right, so that's the letters round completed, and now we'll do the answers for the connection round. So, question number 1. Former BBC and ITV Formula One commentator who kept announcing his retirement and started again in 2008 with BBC Radio 5 Live, Murray Walker. Murray Walker. What type of weapon was the Zulu Assaji? It was a spear. Who play their home games at Goodison Park? Everton. What do Americans call our game of noughts and crosses? Tic-tac-toe? Did I say American? Who play their own games of about Everton? What do Americans call our game of noughts and crosses? Tic-tac-toe. Which animal is sometimes given the name renard? That's a fox. And the connection for 2 bonus points is for all kinds of mints. Not mints. Mints. Not sweets. Mints. Gotta be mints. Right, guys. So, the return of a favourite. It's film dingbats. So, I'm going to show you a dingbat, which is self-explanatory when you see it. And you need to tell me 2 extra points, Kath. 2 extra points, Catherine, for getting the link. So that was 7-point round. Right, so film dingbats. Film dingbats. Name the film. Film. Film number 2. Can you tell I did these myself? Film number 3. Film number 4. And film number 5. So does anybody want any of it repeating? I ain't got too much time on my hands. I literally took about 10 minutes with that. I'm quite the artiste. So after film dingbats round, what is that? Oh, what final round that? Oh, that was the final round. Yeah, final round. So kids, anybody want any repeating? Right, answers to the film dingbats. That one is Dark Knight. I used a slightly darker blue. Can you tell? I used a slightly darker blue. So, his answer is First Night. The answer is First Night. First Night. The answer is First Night, not Dark Knight. The answer is First Night. Well, I was joking. First one, second, third. First Night. This one took me a little bit too much time. That is... It was First Night. It weren't really darker blue. It's First Night. The garden. Moonraker. He's raking the moon. He's raking the moon. Quite proud of this one. Anchorman. He's got an anchor and he's a superhero. Anchorman. This one? That's a chemical symbol for gold. Golden eye. Golden eye. And final question for this week, guys. Men in black. Men in black. Men in black. So that one was 67. So I had the extra round. I had the extra round I forgot all about. The Taylors have got 47. The DFS have got 48. Da, 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 da. Oh. Is everybody waiting for everybody's answer? Then just adding one on to end. 47 for Taylors, 48 for DFS, 49 for Red and White Wizards, 33 for the Syphilis. Bramwells have got 36. So maybe Red and White. Wait, oh, Carl's got 50 now. Oof. 47 from the Bowers. All big scores tonight then. Oh, skill. Well, looks like Skittles have done it with 54. I don't think they teamed up with anybody this week, have you? Oh, I don't know, just waiting for the antisocial salmon score.
Got 51.
51 for the antisocial salmons. So last week's winners are in second place. Well, that concludes the quiz this week. Once again, any more suggestions? Chuck them in. Chuck them our way.
So, Nana Lane and Glenda.
Nanny Lane's got a score.
Nana Lane and Glenda got 46.
46 for my parents. Back to the Future round. That's come a few times. I'm going to have to try and somehow do that. I mean, after all, we did Mighty Ducks. I'm pretty sure we can do Back to the Future. Oh, Paul still wants club style singer. I think I might have to do that one when I've had red wine first rather than waiting for lager first. Oh, shout out.
Shout out to Alfie. Hi, Alfie.
Yorkshire round. Yeah, I like that one. Yorkshire round. I did the Yorkshire Sport round, but obviously most answers end up being Brownlee brothers. But yeah, we'll do Yorkshire round. I don't know if that's going to be a Yorkshire geography round, maybe. Janet says food and drink. Well, like ice skating or drink? Food and drink. Not
Yorkshire round. Yorkshire round. Yorkshire round.
Yorkshire round. Doing the Yorkshire round, definitely. Food and drink round again. Yeah. I nearly did one this week, to be fair. It's trying to mix it up so it's not all questions and questions and questions. Trying to make it a little bit dafter sometimes, a bit more entertaining. I nicked it. I nicked the Jane Fonda joke. To be fair, I got. Oh, somebody else asked for Only Fools and Horses round. That's blooming a few times now. That Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, I got invited to a work company quiz, Rob. Family Fortunes?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Yeah, so I got invited to Justin Morehouse presented one on Zoom or on Google Meets, and we all took part and watched and played. And I came fourth, but he did that joke halfway through, to be fair. Because the question was, which J sold the most VHSs, and I can't remember what I did. What did I have for J? Because that had the letters round where the next answer was the next letter in the alphabet. So, like, first answer was donkey, then elephant, then frog, then gnome. Hangman round. Ooh. Intriguing. Intriguing. I might have to Google what a hangman round is, but I did spend a couple hours, well, an hour this afternoon Googling quirky quiz rounds, which is where the letters and numbers one came from. Well, guys, stay safe, stay alert. What you've got to remember is this disease has not got any less dangerous. This virus is still just as, it's just as bad as it went day one. It's just that people are getting more relaxed about it. The virus isn't relaxing. If it flares up, it's going to flare up again. So don't be going out to the beach with other idiots and just. So, see you later, guys. Stay safe. Hashtag Ian in Barnsley. Try and use it on thingy. I was number 16 at UK on Wednesday. So, hashtag Ian in Barnsley. And stay safe.